Good morning, everybody. It's a bright and beautiful Friday morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Not exactly celebrating with St. Patrick's, but I am going to celebrate with my favorite subject and one of my favorite guys. It's always fish. Beer's okay too. Plus, taco, tequila, whiskey. Kevin Morrison, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm good.
Good.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. I hear you're just a few miles away today.
I am just the quick 2 hour flight to Calgary, Alberta, to come up and see my kiddos, 10-year-old twins, 11. They'll be 11 in 2 months. So
Oh,
I'm up here for the week.
almost 11, right. For the whole
Yeah.
week. Well, good for you. And I got to meet them. They're great. And when they come to Denver, yes, I hope they like fish. I'm sure they like beer. How about fish? Okay. First of all, tell me about you. How did you get into this? How did you start? A lot of people don't know.
Oh my, fish and beer or the industry in general?
Your life in general, the
Oh
industry.
my gosh. Well, I'm probably one of your older guests. I'm 50. You and I are both boomers.
Yeah,
I'm
right. I
I'm the
boomed
last
before
of the
you.
boomers.
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
October 64. So I always had a passion to cook. Everyone, my mother and father grew up. When I grew up, they cooked a lot. They were great cooks. I graduated high school in the early 80s and I wanted to go to chef school. And at that time, culinary arts wasn't anything like it is today. So I tried traditional college, went one semester, had a ball, had a blast. I'm not sure how many classes I attended, and that was the deal. They said try one semester, then you can go to chef school. So I went to chef school back in Illinois,
oh, did you?
Joliet Junior College, and just loved cooking, loved the restaurant business, and it kind of grew from there. I was working in Chicago, got a job offer in Aspen in '94,
Oh, really?
spent a year there, and then came to Denver in '95 ish. I worked at Barolo Grill, so that's how I met Blair. Blair and Ryan. And just from there, then I went on to open a produce company called Red Tomato. And then from there, Spicy Pickle was ran that for 10 years and then jumped into the street taco scene and started making street tacos.
And I remember those days. And you
Those,
opened Taco Tequila Whiskey, which had a much better name that you're not allowed to use.
it did. Yeah, legally, I can't say pinchy tacos.
I remember I said, oh, well, why? But that, of course, is still very successful. You're several locations around town.
Yeah, two locations. Original one, we just re-upped our another 10-year deal on the lease. So that's at Colfax in York, and then Highlands, 32nd and Irving. Those two locations, looking to do more. So we'd love to do more. My director of ops is coming on as a managing partner for that. So he's going to help me grow it.
Okay, well, then you went from tacos, which are divine and still the best around, and then ventured into fish and beer.
Yep, got a passion to cook dead fish and shuck live oysters. So jumped into that with a chef partner at the time, Anidra Nichols, who was at Elway's. Now she's at Table 6 and doing an awesome job. Um, Gosh, what are we going at? 6 years there now, and just every year it just kind of evolves and gets better. And we're getting bigger this year. We're expanding the patio, enclosing part of the patio, so we're very excited. It's going to be an awesome summer.
Okay, well, let's talk fish and beer. First of all your fish is incredibly fresh,
Yeah,
which makes number one difference.
it
I,
helps.
yeah, big number is the oysters. I mean, first of all, fish and beer is small,
Yeah,
really fun, great bar, seating and seating outside.
yeah,
And you got to be lucky and get that table. because they fill up fast.
Yeah, we book out. We're very fortunate. We book out a few weeks in advance, a little bit longer on the weekends. So very fortunate, but gotta love the wood fired grill. Did they,
Oh,
when you were in last night, did they sit you in front of the bar or the wood fired grill?
oh, I'm always by the wood fired grill.
Yeah, I
I
love
don't
those
think I,
seats.
I don't think I have ever eaten there when I wasn't in one of those two seats.
Yeah.
And of course, for me, it's perfect. I love the fire and I love the thing, but I adore when you walk in and here is a window full of crushed ice to keep everything cold. And then you walk in and here's this flame going on.
Yeah, it's nice. I love that grill.
Oh, well, the chefs are incredible. They know what to do. It goes up and down and fire. But talk about the oysters because I adore oysters. And there's probably one place called FishNBeer, maybe one more, that I would order oysters in Denver.
Yeah, so we get them in daily. We work with Seattle Fish. We are just starting to work with a direct shipper on the East Coast. Actually, he and I are meeting. He'll be in Denver next week. So we're going to hook up and we'll start ordering direct some oysters and seafood from them, small company located in Boston. But it's just Seattle Fish has been great with us. They've been great partners for going on 7 years. Daily deliveries, which is key. And honestly, just keeping things simple, not over complicating, not too many touches to the fish, not too many ingredients, and just let the fish speak for itself.
So, oh, the fish is wonderful, but oysters are either raw with several different kinds or the
Yep.
two grilled, which are outrageous.
Yeah. I love the grill. I can make a meal out of the grill, but yeah, we bring in East Coast and West Coast. I like East Coast better, saltier. I just like the salty, briny flavor. And also before we opened, Anidra and I went out to Cape Cod and we toured a lot of the oyster farms. So maybe that's why I'm a little sentimental to the East Coast oysters.
Well, you have, is happy hour every night you're open?
Yes, I believe in happy hour every night.
Well, okay, we were sitting there. Next time, I'm going to do what all those other people do and just go for it and have nothing, not a lot more. But there were trays of 12, 24 grilled and mixed oysters
Yeah.
going out. All of it, it's the biggest bargain in town.
Yeah. And we're actually just between you and me, we're going to start
Oh,
rolling out.
nobody else is listening. It's okay.
All right. We're rolling. We're going to soon. My staff is going to fight me on this one, but we're going to soon roll out $1.50 oysters, house oysters, for happy hour. And we're also expanding our happy hour menu.
Well, what were they last night? They were very inexpensive.
For happy hour, I think they were $2.50 right now.
Maybe, yeah.
But we just want to get that early turn and crush it at happy hour. And
I'll be there at opening. I mean, unbelievable.
we'll let you know.
I'll be there. And I'm addicted. My friend, I mean, we just said we could hardly wait. COVID closed, shut us down as often as we used to go.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm over COVID.
me
We don't
too.
even, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I just want to move on.
All right. Tell me now a little bit. I obviously can tell you too about some of the menu. I mean, some of the things are so unusual, but so fabulous.
Yeah, I think, well, my favorite dish, and it's very traditional, and I think you just have to have it, as our fish and beer. But one of my favorite
Oh,
dishes, our sous chef came up with it, Juan Lomas, the grilled octopus, Spanish octopus. Um, we boil it for about an hour to help tenderize it a little bit more. The freezing helps it, and then we boil it, clean it up a little bit, portion it out, wood-fired grill. We do a romesco sauce with it, and it gets dipped in our devil butter. We do some confit fingerling potatoes and
no,
some.
potatoes were gorgeous on that too.
Oh my God. And they're so good. They're salty, they're rich, deep with flavor, great texture, and then some Tuscan kale, some cavallonero. Just I think that's my favorite dish on the menu. Second favorite to the fish and beer, but
Well,
from a
tell me,
creativity standpoint, that kind of speaks about what we do.
of course it does, but fish and beer, explain it because we were certainly enjoying wine and then the dish comes.
Yeah, so it's fish and beer. So people are surprised when they get a little, it's like a 2 ounce shot of beer with it. We partnered with Ratio Brewery right up the street. They do this special beer for us, and you get beer batter dip cod,
The cod.
some house-made fries, and then a little shot of beer.
Well, and I was hysterical as they put it down. They said, now don't dip the fish in the beer. So
Yeah,
I guess many people think you're supposed to.
they do. Yeah, and then it's like, no, it's just a little treat, so they get a kick out of it. It's just a fun way of presenting it. I'm not good at presentation, so I have to like think outside the box and how can I make this dish look good
Oh,
with
it
my
was
limited presentation skills. So it's like, put some alcohol on the plate. People like it.
it was really fun. And then if you're lucky enough to watch everything else, you do make beautiful, you can have fun food. Well, the guacamole, describe that. It's just not guacamole.
Yeah, so we use the same recipe we use at Tacos Tequila Whiskey, Pinche Tacos. Same recipe for the guacamole there, very simple. But then we do guacamole from the sea. So we take ahi tuna, lightly coated in some guajillo powder, and then sear it on the grill. Just sear it real quick on both sides so it's basically rare, and then dice that up, put it in a little bit of a soy dressing and over the guacamole, and then make some chipotle aioli and serve it with chips from Raquelitas, fry it per order. That's a great dish.
And you can go from fish and chips and all the fun things like we had all of those, but then you can go more upscale, not at outrageous prices, to beautiful entrees.
Yeah. Probably our most popular entree besides the fish and beer is our salmon. We're using Norwegian salmon grilled over. We're using hickory and oak right now. House-made potato gnocchi, a little bit of creamy mushrooms, fresh thyme, just a touch of cream, and then the salmon over that. My favorite is probably the whole fish. We used to use Alamosa bass, but now we're rotating the fish out. So we work with Seattle fish. Sometimes it'll be snapper, pompano, bass. We just any whole fish we can get around 1 pound, 1.5 pounds. We love rotating that. So that's been nice for the guests to get a little variety on the menu.
Yeah, I mean the whole place is it. Somebody has to see that it's small, yet you can sit there and watch everything that
Yeah.
goes on. It's meant for fun from happy hour till late night with
Yeah.
fun wines, beer, but yet incredible food.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to dessert, but I heard it was great.
Oh my God, the key lime pie and wine. Just for restaurant week, we did what do you do? A rum flavored panna cotta.
Oh,
That was so good. It went over so well. We're gonna put it on the menu. So wine came up with that. But our key lime pie has been on the menu since day one. That's just an amazing dish. We do a little tweak. We put an Italian meringue on it versus regular meringue. So I like the texture on my palate a lot better. It's silkier, it's creamier.
can I go back today? I'm
Yeah.
getting very hungry. I ain't going downtown to on St. Patrick's Day. It'll have
No,
to,
it's gonna be crazy there.
yeah, but and the staff is very casual, very
Yeah.
friendly. And
Yes.
for people, I think from any place you sit, you can see where the open kitchen is. You can watch the chefs.
Yeah, it's just a fun environment. I love the vibe there, and it just kind of took on a vibe of its own. You know, it's definitely not fine dining. I don't do fine dining. It's not in my DNA.
It's not fine dining, but it is.
Fine casual. It's
Well, to
fun.
me, okay. find out, right, there's nothing fancy about it.
Yeah.
However, if I'm talking about great ingredients, great food, it's much more fine dining than
Yeah, we take that approach in the kitchen and with our cocktails, but we just put a spin on it so it's approachable
oh,
and casual and fun, and we don't take our selves too seriously. As I remind the crew when I'm there for pre-shift, it's like, guys, we're working with dead fish. Let's not stress too much. All right.
good for you. And you're only open 5 days a week.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of 7, but 5 works out. And it's nice to give everybody a break, and it's dinner only. So I'm after 6.5 years, I'm getting comfortable with 5 days. But like at TTW, we're open 7 days, which I love because it's like we can make sales 7 days a week. Let's do it. But it works. It works at FishNBeer, and the staff's been with us for a long time. Like we have 3 people from day one. So I don't want to lose them. So 5 days it is.
Good for you. And okay, so give me details of both before we leave. Taco Tequila Whiskey is open 7 days a week.
Yep. Monday we open at 3, but it's happy hour all night. And then Tuesday through Sunday we open at 11. Killer brunch. A lot of people don't know we do brunch at TTW. Amazing brunch on weekends at both locations.
I could walk there. Yeah.
Walking there's no problem. The cocktails are a little stiff, so walking home will get you an Uber next time. But yeah, great brunch, great brunch tacos.
Okay, and do you take reservations?
Not at TTW. FishNBeer, yes. TTW's first come, first serve.
Okay. And
So
now,
come early.
FishNBeer is Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes, 5 to 10.
And address and phone number?
Oh boy, address I know. 3510 Larimer Street in Rhino.
Look up the phone number. I've called it. 24 something.
No idea. I just hit FishNBeer in my phone.
Okay. You have a web page?
We do. What is it? FishNBeerDenver.com.
Okay, it's fish N, not A-N-D.
No, Fish A-N-D beer.
It is A-N-D?
Yeah.
Okay. Because of the
I
restaurant.
think. Whoops, I should know this. I don't go on our website very often.
Well, guys, look it all up.
Just Google FishNBeer. How's that?
It is so worth it and so much fun. And I promise you, I'll be in those seats a lot. Just adored it. And of course, everything about service, wine, beer. But one moment, whoever is watching this fun thing, please like and subscribe to the Gabb, G-A-B-B, on YouTube so you can see this and all our other interviews. You'll see this on Facebook and Instagram in a few minutes, very shortly. And it's always fun. And Kevin, I'll see you anytime, and I'll see you at FishNBeer very often.
All right. And I told you when my mom's coming to town in a few months, 3 of us are going to go out because she's my Catholic mother. You're my Jewish mother. You guys are like identical.
Okay, tell my Jewish grandchildren. They did very well. Hey, guys, you were great. Thank you.
Cash, say goodbye.
Oh, look at that.
Look at her.
Yay. Thank you. That's Carter and Cash. Okay.
All right, now we're hitting the pool.
Yeah. Have a great
week. Love you.
Bye-bye. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I forgot. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.